here to talk about e-commerce. We're here to talk about Amazon, DTC, and everything that goes with it. We're here with Hristo Arakliev, who is the co-founder and COO of Hyperzon. They are a top-tier Amazon marketing agency based in Europe. They help brands worldwide double their current revenue by utilizing Amazon as a sales channel. Hristo is a serial entrepreneur. He's an Amazon marketing specialist with a passion. So we're going to find out what we don't know about Amazon and what we should be focusing on, and more importantly, how Hyperzon can help you stay winning on Amazon. They're a full service agency. They are excited and happy to offer consultancy, management services, and optimization to make things right from the start, brand design, packaging, content creation, so many cool services. So Hristo, glad to be speaking with you.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here, Robert. Thank you for the invitation, and I hope that this podcast gives some revelation to the Amazon world for your listeners.
I think it will. There's no limit to the amount of knowledge that we need as far as Amazon. It's so big, it's so crazy. Things change so much and so quickly. There's all kinds of rules changing, fees changing, competition, so much to navigate. And so we introduced you a little bit, talking about your website and your bio. But in your own words, did I leave anything out, or what has you excited, passionate these days?
Well, I've been doing Amazon for the past 7 years, and I have to say that it still gets me excited because the field is changing a lot. It used to be stagnant for a while, but in the last couple of years, I'd say that it's visible that they are improving the platform, adding new things, giving new opportunities for the sellers. So it's actually getting more and more interesting compared to even 3-4 years ago, let's say. Amazon was pretty much the same for many, many years, and I'm really happy to see it changing.
That's a healthy mindset to have, to be excited about change and welcome the growth and the opportunities that are coming your way. And so what exactly has you excited about these new Amazon changes?
Well, they're giving new opportunities that you can market to your audience. For example, as CPC is getting more and more expensive, a lot of brands look at the total ROAS of the Amazon account or the LTV value of the customer. And you can now enroll your product in Subscribe and Save with 10% seller funded discount, first of all, and create a can't miss Subscribe and Save coupon for the first order, something in the range of 20-30%, let's say. And this will make the product much more appealing for the client to just test it. If they like it, they'll stay subscribed. But from the test that we've made, 72% of the people stay subscribed. Or to explain this, and in other words, before it was not possible to give a discount only for the first purchase of Subscribe and Save. And now it is possible. So, you give discount for the first purchase, they stay subscribed, everybody's happy. So at this point, we have accounts with more than 10,000 subscribers, and this strategy works extremely well for products that you need to purchase every 2-3 months or even every month. So stuff like
Very,
that,
yeah.
Amazon are, offering these days, and it was not available before.
And now we can tap into it because we know about it from you. And there's always so many things that could be done, or so many parts of that interface to navigate. Now you can tell us what is working for you and your clients, so we can kind of use one of those sorts of strategies. And so when people come to you, where are they stuck? Where are they frustrated? How do you help them solve their problems?
So we primarily work with D2C brands that are already crushing it in their space, meaning they're driving traffic to their website. They know what they're doing. Doesn't matter if they're driving the traffic from Meta ads or Google or TikTok or influencers. The thing is, it's already working for them on their website. They're generating, let's say, at least 300,000 a month, up to millions. But what happens is Amazon is a completely new field for them. They don't understand it. Maybe they've tried, it hasn't worked for them, or maybe they've never tried. I still, when I go to conferences that are not Amazon specific, I still get questions like, are people making money on Amazon? And I'm like, well, yeah, definitely. So what happens is that there is so much untapped category for the D2C seller that is an expert in any of these other channels to sell on Amazon, because he's already created that interest towards the product. It became viral. Like the branding is recognizable. And once you launch it on Amazon, even from the get-go, you can expect to be making 10-15% of your website revenue just because there are Amazon specific clients that they just wait for you to launch your product there because no matter what you do, they're never going to finalize a purchase through your website because they don't trust you or because they have an Amazon Prime account and they know they can return it whenever they want and they're going to receive it the next day or even the same day. So this Amazon specific audience is there, and no matter how much you promote to them, they're not going to buy off your website. And once you get that initial boost of traffic, first of all, these are free sales for you. You know, like this 10-15% is basically you've already paid for them with your other traffic, but just because you exist on Amazon now, people are going to start purchasing the product there. And what we can do with that, we can get that initial boost and create a snowball effect where we turn these 10-15% into 60, 80, 100, 120% sometimes. We have brands that they became more popular on Amazon compared to their website over time. And this can happen is like niche specific, so you cannot expect this to happen in every possible niche. Like the time needs to be right, needs to be trendy, you need to have great product, great branding, everything. It's like a accumulation of all the great things that you've done for your brand, and it pays off at the end of the day. What I'm trying to say is I really recommend people using a multi-channel strategy, but not necessarily do it on their own because, let's be honest, think about how much time you spend becoming an expert driving traffic to your website. Can you imagine spending the same time becoming an expert on Amazon? Well, if you have the time or the desire, good luck. But in most cases, I'd recommend working with a specialist or an agency to see how things are working and to see if you can navigate through this Amazon jungle. But honestly, my advice is focus on where you're great at and all the other parts of your business and even life that you are not great at, just delegate it or let someone else do it because at the end of the day, what you're great at is going to pay off 100-fold compared to something that you're mediocre at or you need a lot of time to learn. The learning curve is really, really steep.
Oh yeah, and that's a great insight, and that's a tricky mindset to have because when we're kids and we're in school, they say, "Hey, you have to go to history class, you have to go to English class." They make you be well-rounded and learn these things that maybe you weren't good at. And I guess that's fine when you're a kid, but when you're an adult, there's like these different levels, right? There's like what you're so good at this, and this other stuff that you're not good at, and maybe it takes you longer, and it's like this lower per dollar paying task. So someone like you would say, hey, focus on what you're good at, strengthen your strengths. In fact, if you're great at the paid website traffic, get even better at that, right? Don't just stay at this level and then say, okay, I got here. Now let me try to get my Amazon skills there. Like you're like, get even better at paid traffic because you're good at it. It excites you. You've gotten some results, and then let someone else do the Amazon thing. Because like you said, now you're starting from scratch. You're learning Amazon ads, and once you learn it, then they change it, and you have to like keep those ads going. You have to learn new things. It sounds exhausting, and so it's a much better way to have someone like Hyperzon take over that part for you. And sure, you can still like talk with them and monitor it, but you don't have to do all the work yourself, and it's impossible to do all the work yourself. And so, speaking to that, we're here on a podcast because we like to hear stories, right? Stories are fun. And you kind of alluded a little bit to some of these clients that you help. So do you have a cool story in your back pocket, just like taking us on an adventure? Like who's someone that you've helped and kind of worked your magic process on?
Well, let's say right now we have a very cool brand we work with. They're called Ever Eden. They're a cosmetic brands for kids and women, and we started working with them about 1 year ago. And they had very bold targets and goals. They're actually a brand that initially started in China, which is very interesting, but they were really smart about it, and now they are recognizable in the US, in UK. They're going to Germany soon, but it's a very, very good looking brand. They know what they're doing. They have very good portfolio. So when they came to us, um, they were doing like a couple 100,000 a month, and they were like, okay, we need next year, we want to be doing constant 400,000 a month. They're like, okay, let's do it. So what happened is we did so well that each month they were changing the target, and now we're doing over 1 million a month on Amazon, like 12 months in, and they continue to increase the targets every month. So, and again, that was possible because they were already, again, on the market. They were pushing traffic to their website, but Amazon was, not a big chunk of their business. And now Amazon is doing more sales than their website, which is crazy to me. And they have a plan to exit the brand in a couple of years. And when they do that, because of the fact that they have developed Amazon and they have developed all of these other markets, their exit multiplier is going to be much, much better compared to if they push traffic onto their website and not only in one geo. So, yeah, this is something that worked really well. Another story I can share is the one of Uproot Clean. They are a brand in the pet category. So it's like hair removal product. And I'm so proud because that product we started from scratch, and now we're completely dominating Amazon with 30,000 reviews on the main product. The product is just killing it. We're doing high 8 figures on that brand annually. And the thing is, it was a lot of work. The brand is great. Again, it's not a new product, but they kind of created a niche because this kind of product existed, but they were not exciting. And now Approved Clean is a very exciting product. It looks good. It's the whole branding speaks to the pet owners. And last year, during during Black Friday and Q4 in general, the word Uproot Clean and like brand related keywords in general were more searched for on Google and Amazon than just the generic keywords for pet cleaning products, which is crazy. It was just insane. And we were able to do 700K in one day over Prime Day, which was amazing. We didn't even expect to do that much, but things worked out very well. And we continue pushing with that brand. The market gets saturated. People see other products. A lot of people already have the brand. So another way forward is to differentiate, to create more products, add them to the portfolio, keep getting people excited about that brand. And I won't stop repeating that because branding these days is not a nice to have thing. It's a necessity. If before you could sell just random products with no branding to your average Joe. And now it's getting more and more difficult, and brands that stand out, have the vision, they talk to their audience, have a much higher success compared to the more generic brands. I don't know if you've noticed that as well.
I think I've noticed it subconsciously, but I hadn't given a lot of thought to that until you pointed it out. That it seems like a lot of the branding these days is stronger and more consistent and more deliberate, and it's just it's a good kind of mindset to tap into, right, and to think about. And so we need to have the strong brand. And I love these stories, like the rocket ship to success sort of happening. And they say that you are the company that you keep. So it's really healthy and cool just to think about these big numbers and like these what's possible, and not thinking small and not limiting yourself and saying, hey, let's set these huge goals and figure out how to get the Amazon listing in place and optimize the SEO and the process and all this cool stuff. And so when you jump in, and you kind of get these brands on Amazon or amplify what they're doing, I'm sure that you've seen a lot of mistakes, right? Maybe the clients have been doing it, maybe the competitors out there are doing it,
Oh,
maybe
tell
other
me about
agencies
it.
do it. Yeah. So what? But out of all the things that we could talk about mistake wise, what drives you crazy the most? What's something that you're just like, hey, why do people do this?
Oh, so many things. So where do I start? Honestly, these days it's even difficult to register an account on Amazon. Like Amazon asks you so many questions. They're very strict about it. The process is, much more elaborate than before. And even if you're not prepared for the Amazon registration, then you're going to pay for that because sometimes it could take you months to open up an account or forever. Sometimes you'll never be able to open an account. But apart from that, mistakes that people make are really so many. But one that is unpopular opinion I'll share is people rely too much on Amazon PPC because they come from a space where ads are everything, which is Facebook and TikTok and Instagram. But on Amazon, ads are not everything. There's so many things you can do organically to because Amazon works a little bit like Google, it's keyword driven. And the goal is that when people write down the specific keyword that you pop up. And if you don't pop up, they're not going to find you. What's the best place to hide a carcass on the second page of Amazon. So yeah, they'll never find you if you're on the second page. So there are methods with which we can rank every product to the number one position on Amazon and without advertising, zero advertising. And this way people find the product because they're just looking for a product on Amazon and they see your product. And if you're prepared to reap the rewards, meaning you have a great main image, you have enough reviews compared to other competitors in the niche, your copy is optimized, meaning it has all the needed selected keywords in the copy that, because everything is connected and works together. If you don't have these keywords, no matter what we do, you cannot pop up on the first position for these keywords if they're not in your copy. So this is also something very important. And I see many cool brands come to Amazon and they just use the copy from their website. And it's a great copy overall, but it totally doesn't work for Amazon because it's not SEO optimized for the platform. So this is the big mistake everybody's doing. And again, relying on PPC. It's crazy how many people come to me and they're like, I want you to manage my PPC. And I look at their account and it's terrible. Like nothing is okay with the account. Nothing is optimized. And I'm like, I cannot run just run ads for your account because you're not going to get results. It doesn't make sense. We have to start with many other things, optimize your listings, open up premium A plus, which is something like a little landing page within your listing. Imagine that looks very nice and neat. And so many other things before we actually activate the paid advertising on Amazon. So yeah, this drives me crazy. And if I can give some advice to people that are not familiar with Amazon on how they can make money on Amazon with the knowledge they already have. If they're good in Google SEO, for example, they can build a network of websites around their niche. We have clients which have built a network of websites with different topics around their niche, and they have ranked them very good in Google. And this way, they get a ton of organic SEO traffic. What's the twist? All ads inside lead to their Amazon products via brand referral links, and they get tons of sales plus 10% brand referral bonus back from Amazon by being their own affiliates. This is a very, very cool tactic people familiar with SEO can use just with backlinks and a little bit of SEO magic. They can be ranking their products directly on Google. Another thing for people that are good with influencers, right now TikTok Shop is gaining a lot of popularity, and I highly recommend using it for the geos that it's available for. And apart from TikTok Shop, you can use influencers to push your products on TikTok. And what you can do is make a batch let's say, viral on TikTok on your website or as seen on social media badge. And on Amazon, you can create a headline with an image that contains the same creative. A lot of the times, Amazon's filters allow text to be written in the image itself, like it's not according to TOS, but many times you can, just test it out and it will fly. And this way you can again use your other channels that you're already popular in to make sales on Amazon. And saying all that, there is right now a new option, relatively new, called Creator Connections on Amazon. And you can directly connect with influencers from Amazon's own influencer program. You create a campaign, describe your goal, key talking points, and after that, people apply to become affiliates for your brands. Works really good with brands that have brand recognition, especially during holidays or major shopping events. So, yeah, these are some nuggets that I wanted to share with the audience.
Those are some very helpful nuggets. These are some cool ideas, and a lot of these programs people don't even know exist. And then a lot of the things that can and should be done are on a fundamental level. And so these are some great lessons you're teaching us that perhaps some company, maybe they're frustrated with how their Amazon products are doing. And they say, oh, I just need more ads. And someone like you says, well, no, maybe you need to adapt the SEO on Amazon more custom compared to what was on your website. Maybe there's some copywriting elements missing. Maybe you need to get your A+ page in place. Maybe you need to do the Creator Connect or the TikTok Shop. There's all these, and they increase every day, right? Every day there's some new opportunity, some new program you can tap into, and it's all in the spirit of Amazon making it easier for everyone, right? Now you don't have to go and on social media or like one-on-one find these influencers. Now there's this marketplace that is there. And so it definitely shows how there's just all these things that are possible, and you could become completely overwhelmed and drive yourself crazy if you try to stay up to date with it as yourself as a business owner. It's like you've been saying, Hristo, stay in your lane and focus on your strengths, and have someone like Hyperzon jump in and adapt all these possibilities to your specific situation, look at what you've done, look at what your goals are, and help you meet those goals. And so tell me about Hyperzon. If someone says, okay, I'm one of these companies that you're describing and I need their help, how do they know if they fit the criteria for you, right fit, right size? Who is your ideal client fit?
Oh, they can feel free to book a call on our website. We have a little questionnaire there so that we can, filter the right clients for us. But basically, if you're a brand already crushing it, driving traffic to your website, you're doing at least 300,000 a month in sales, and you feel a little bit stuck or you want to expand, you have a big vision for your brand, we'll be happy to double your revenue in a matter of few months and help you grow on Amazon and become a popular brand on this platform as well, and not just on your website, turning it into a very, very important channel for you. So this is what we do. And I'd say how we're different is one account manager with us works only with 3 to 4 clients, so they're not overwhelmed. They become experts in these brands. They take the time and they constantly offer new things to be done on the account, and clients appreciate that. It's not a just taking clients and then dropping them 3 months after. Like, our churn rate is almost non-existent, just because we really treat our clients like they are like we treat our own brands and our own products. So I think this is very important. And even though it sounds like a cliche, I see so very few agencies doing that. And clients come to me and they say, I've worked with 3 agencies and it was a terrible experience. This is the last chance that I give to an agency, and I'm very happy that we're able to make it work for them. So but again, agency is becoming a bad word, and I really strive to change that.
And we're here to help you change that, right? By giving you a tiny little bit more of a platform and talking about this, because it's sad when some agency jumps in and just takes you through a step-by-step process. It's better when, I mean, like a process is good, but it's better when someone is actually thinking about some of these things and gets to know your business and suggest new ideas and say, hey, here's some strategy. Like you said, well, let's grow this part, and then let's keep the brand kind of momentum, excitement, attention going, and create these other SKUs and work on this with the referral network to get this, and work on this with the influencers. There's so much that can be done, and that's why it helps to have a plan and have an agency and have these experts at what they do and have people just thinking about your business just as much as you think about your own business, but in their own aspect, in their own kind of e-commerce Amazon area of what needs to be done, and not just focusing on just the paid ads or just the keywords. Like, they're looking at all these other areas where they can help you grow, including whatever new amazing program Amazon or TikTok comes out with in the next couple of weeks, right? They're always innovating, they're always changing. And so you need Hyperzon's help in order to keep up and stay relevant and continue growing. And so that website is hyperzon.io. That's hyperzon.io. You go there, you can get a free audit, you can talk to them and just have this conversation with Hristo and his team and explain your situation. If you're at that $300,000 a month mark and you're stuck and you say, I know there's much more, then they can jump in and give you some ideas and some advice about how they can help and become a part of your rocket ship to success, just like he's done with so many other brands and companies who are doing well in e-commerce. So as we're wrapping up our conversation here, Hristo, and people are going to hyperzon.io, it's time for the end grand finale, where I like to put my guest on the spot a little bit and ask them about a fun quote or lesson that has helped them in life or in business that they can pass on to us. So does anything come to mind there as far as a fun quote or lesson?
Yeah, definitely. There's something that I've been sharing with friends recently, and they find it very valuable, and they told me they haven't heard of that concept before. And it's the following: I see so many people around me getting depressed or not happy with who they are, and this happens because most of the time people are not true to themselves. What I'm trying to say is that whenever there is a huge discrepancy between who you believe you are as a person and who you actually are, this messes up with your brain and your mind, and you start feeling sad about it, and you get depressed, and you don't know why. But the thing is, you just need to do the right things one step at a time, every single day. Be congruent with the person you think you are. And I think that's going to make everybody at least just a little bit happy because they know who they are and they are true to themselves. It doesn't matter if you're a great husband, a great son, or a father, or whatever. If you are not true to yourself and what you believe you are, you'll never be truly happy. This is what I believe in.
And I agree with you. That's beautiful. If you have that inner conflict, they call that cognitive dissonance, where you're at war with yourself. And as you said, you're sad, depressed, angry, you don't know why. So it's time to dig deep and figure out that inner self, figure out who you are, be congruent. And part of that can include building a business and changing some lives and growing a company. And so Hristo and his team at hyperzon.io will help you on your path to personal success and business fulfillment, everything that goes with that. So Hyperzon is a professional full-service Amazon and e-commerce agency. Go to hyperzon.io to check them out, take the next step. And Hristo, wonderful speaking with you today.
Thank you. Thank you. It was amazing, Robert, and I was happy to be your guest.